Hi, my name's Tegan and this is my simulation assessment for my Certificate 4. So today I'm just going to go through my simulation session. I've planned a session, I've organised it and I've confirmed with my client. She's due to come any minute now. I've checked with management for the gym here and any other personal trainers and gym users that there's nobody, so it's all good. We've gained permission to be in here. The relevant equipment I'm going to use today I have checked, tested, and I've also made sure there's no hazards in the area, so we're good to go. Hi Beck, thank you for coming today. I'm just going to quickly go through what we're going to do today. So you filled out the pre-exercise screening tool for me, which is excellent. Haven't indicated that there are any issues, which is good. So today basically we're just going to go through, we're going to do one of our fitness tests just to see how strong you are, where your strength's at. And then we're going to go through a couple of strength exercises. So we're going to go through and do a dumbbell chest press and a bent over row, and then a lunge. And then we're going to have a look at the treadmills and the bikes in the gym. And then we're going to do a little Tabata high intensity circuit for full body, followed by some stretches. So, just briefly, you haven't indicated no to any of these, but I just wanted to double check you don't have any medical conditions that make it dangerous to exercise?
No.
No diagnosed muscle or joint problems that are made worse during physical activity?
No.
And no unexplained chest pains at rest or in physical activity?
No.
Excellent, very good, then we're good to go. Okay, Beck, so we're just going to start with our push-up strength test. So I'm just going to demonstrate first what we need to do. A couple of things when we're doing a push-up, we just need to make sure that our abs are engaged, our buttocks are engaged, and when we've got our head, we've just got a nice straight alignment through our neck. So we're looking forward, so our back is in a nice neutral position. So we're just going to start for today, so we're just going to do it on our knees. So just down on your knees, moving your arms forward so that they are about shoulder width apart. So this nice neutral position, looking forward. What we're going to do, we're just going to lower ourselves down, and as we're going down, we're going to inhale, and as we push up, we're going to exhale. So we're just going to try and do as many of those as we can in 1 minute, and we'll go from there with our test results. So inhaling on the way down, make sure we're looking forward, keeping that nice neutral spine, and then exhaling as we push up. Okay? Yep. Excellent. When you're ready. Okay, so just whenever you're ready, Beck, and we'll just count them in our 6 seconds. 10. Excellent work. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. We might just stop you there, Beck. From the norms that I've tested, above 37 for your age bracket is excellent, so you're doing fantastically. Excellent positioning with your shoulders, making sure that your head was nice and straight is really good. Okay, Beck, the first exercise I'm going to get you to do is a dumbbell chest press. This is a really good exercise. It works your pectoralis major, which is here, your anterior deltoids at your back. It also works your triceps, and it really engages your core. So I'll just start first. I'll show you how to do it. I've picked 5 kilo dumbbells. We can change them as necessary. If they're too heavy, we'll stop and grab a lighter weight. If they're too light, we'll stop and we'll grab a heavier weight. Okay, so we've got our flat bench here. Now we're just going to come and sit at the end of the bench, feet nice and flat on the floor. What we're going to do, we're going to pick up our dumbbells and we're just going to pop them on our thighs. Okay, take the time to slowly lower yourself back, and as we lower back, we're going to bring our arms up, and then we're going to turn the weights out. Now it's really important when we're doing this to engage our core muscles so that we're pulling our belly button through to our spine. Now what we're going to do, as we come down, we're going to inhale. So we're going to come down, we're going to just come all the way down, and then keep them at bench height. And then as we push back up, we're going to exhale and return to the centre. Now that's one. So inhale, as we come down, nice to bench height, and as we exhale, as we push back up. Okay, so just come down, nice and controlled to bench height, and then pushing them back up. Then when we come back up, sitting back up, popping them back on our thighs before putting them down back onto the ground before we stand up. Cool. Excellent. Now I'm going to be here squatting behind you just to make sure that, you know, if they are too heavy or whatnot, that I'm there to catch them for you. Okay, so when you're ready, yep, picking them up, popping them onto your legs, taking care when you lower yourself back onto the ground. Yep, beautiful. Up, yep. Now turning them outwards, excellent. Now as you come down, we just want to make sure we're coming down to bench height. Beautiful. So that's 1, and up. 2, excellent. 3, how's that weight for you there? Yep, good. 4, excellent. 5, halfway, you're doing great. 6, excellent, nice breathing. 7, 8, 9, and one more. 10, excellent job. There, yep. Beautiful, bring them down to your thighs. Excellent, how did you find that, Beck?
Yep, good, thank you.
Yes, excellent, thank you. Okay, Beck, so the next exercise we're going to do is the bent over row. We've got a barbell here that we're going to do. Altogether this weighs 10 kilos. Should be a good place for us to start. You did really well in your first strength test, so we're just going to see how we go with this one. Bent over rows are really good. They work our deltoids, which is our upper back muscles. It also does help with our triceps and our biceps and our shoulders, that sort of stuff. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to come and stand in front of the barbell, shoulder width apart, okay? Now make sure when you pick up this bar that you bend down just to grab onto it, just to get a really good grip. Bending down, making sure we don't hurt our back, okay? So our hands facing this way, this is called pronated grip, okay? So we're going to bend our knees slightly, lean forward so that our chest is almost parallel with the ground. Now as we bring this back up, we want to keep our elbows nice and tight to our body, and we're just going to bring it up to about our belly button. When it comes back to your shoulders, you want to make sure that you squeeze to really feel it in those shoulder muscles. Okay, so just bringing it back. As we bring it back, we're going to inhale and we'll go from there. Okay, so bringing it back up, arms forward looking up, so we're just going to bring it back, making sure our shoulders come all the way back, and when we get back to the thing, we want to squeeze, and then we're just going to lower it back to our knees. Okay, so inhaling as we bring it up, squeeze, making sure our shoulders stay back, and then exhaling as we go down. Okay, when you finish, bending down to put the bar onto the ground so it's nice and safe before standing up. Okay. Bending down, yep. Excellent, yep. Back is nice and straight. Now when you bring it back, I want you to squeeze between these muscles here. Yep, excellent. Elbows coming nice and straight backwards. Beautiful, so that's 2. Excellent. Feeling that one?
Yep.
Doing really well. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. Yep. Just bend down, pop it on the ground, standing back up. How'd you feel about that one, Beck?
Good.
Excellent. Okay, Beck, so the next exercise is just going to do our lower legs. We're just going to work on the lunge, okay? I'll demonstrate first and then I'll get you to do 1 set of 10 on each leg. So it'll be 20 reps all together. Okay, so for a lunge, we're just going to start, feet shoulder width apart, eyes up, back nice and straight. Now we're just going to step forward. As we step forward, we're just going to drop our back knee. So we've got a 90-degree angle here. Now, making sure that our back stays nice and straight as we're looking forward. And as we come up, we want to push through the heels and return to normal. Same thing, stepping forward, straight down into a 90-degree angle. And as we come up, we want to push through our heels before stepping back. Yep, okay? Excellent. So I'll just get you to do 2 sets of 10. So 1 set of 10 on one leg and 1 set of 10 on the other leg. You can alternate on whatever's going to work best for you today. Okay? So yeah, stepping forward, excellent, straight down, pushing back up, coming forward. Great work there, Beck. You can also do these and you can add weight with either dumbbells in your hand to make them a little bit more challenging, or weight on your shoulders just to make sure if you need a bit more of a challenge that it's there for you. Excellent. You're doing really well. Are you feeling the burn in your leg muscles?
Yep.
That's good. Means they're working. quads.
Yep.
Yeah. Muscles starting to warm up.
Yep.
Good. Excellent work. Great work there. So we're just over at our treadmill. So as you can see, the treadmill's got all sorts of different programs. There's programs on there that you can do a bit of high intensity, mimic hill climbing, running. You can change the speed to adjust it to whatever you feel comfortable with. And there's also an incline here which sort of reflects normal movement if you were running up and down hills and whatnot. Okay, we've got two monitors here. You can put your hands on them. They'll tell you your current heart rate. It'll also give you a really good indication of the calories over here that we're burning for the session. Safety clip. You attach a safety clip to you. If it comes off at any moment in time, the machine will automatically stop. There is also a big stop button here if you need to, just to quick stop if something's happened, just hit the stop button. Okay, so we're just going to start, we're just going to do a quick start. This quick start will just start getting the treadmill moving. Okay, so we're just going to start with a little bit of a walk for a warm-up. Okay, so the quick start started this with a speed of 2.6. So we're just going to increase this. We'll probably go up to about 6, which is a nice comfortable walking pace to get you moving. How's that feeling for a walking pace? Yep. Yeah? Excellent. Okay, so we'll just do another 40 seconds of walking, and then I'm going to increase the speed. We'll go up to a jog pace, and then as we're moving through, I will increase the incline on it, just to give you a bit of a feel of what you can expect with this. Okay? Yep. So treadmills are really good. They work our aerobic threshold, and we can also use them to train our anaerobic systems as well. If we increase them and do a bit of a high intensity interval training, you can do things like a 20-second sprint with a minute off and that sort of stuff with the treadmill. So they're really good for working on that cardio endurance. Okay, so I'm just going to increase the speed. Probably going to go up to about 8. Just take your time as it does go up, just to get your pace ready. So we won't go too fast, just to make sure that you can keep up with the pace. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so we're probably going to go to an 8.2, which should be a comfortable jog for you. Okay, so we're going to be doing 2 minutes of jogging. I will increase the incline as we go, which will make it a little bit harder. You should really feel the burn in your legs. Okay? As you can see here on the treadmill, it is giving us an indication so far based on settings of what calories that you've burnt. Okay, so we're just going to increase the incline on this one. Just go up to an incline of 2. You notice the treadmill's just raised itself a little bit. Are you feeling better on the incline? Yep. Yep. How are you feeling with the pace? Good. Yeah, good. Nice, comfortable pace. Yep. Beautiful. Excellent. You've got a really nice look in there, Beck. You're doing really well. Okay, we've probably got about a minute more to go. So I'm just going to increase the speed just a little bit more, just to make it a little bit more challenging. If at any stage it's too much, just let me know and we'll stop. Okay, so this one up to 8.5. It also says here the distance that you've covered. Yep. So a little bit more challenging. Yep, yeah. Beautiful. Okay, we've got about 30 seconds left on this one, and then we'll slow it down to a walking speed just to cool off a little bit. As you can see, as we're doing this, the calories that you've burnt has also gone up, and if you pop your hands on these monitors, it will give us your current heart rate. Okay, so I'm just going to bring the incline down, just down to 0, and then I'm slowly going to reduce the speed on this treadmill, just to get you comfortable back down to that walking pace. Excellent. So it's always good when you start, have a look at the treadmill, have a look at the different programs that they're on. There is some where you can track purely for your heart rate. So keep giving you little indicators on the screen. Pop your hands on the sensors. Make sure you're working in your targeted heart rate zone. Excellent for fat burning and that sort of stuff. There is obviously hill climbs and hill runs, so it will mimic that. We've got rolling hills, so it'll go flat and it'll rise itself up and then that sort of stuff. And then there's the interval training setting, but you can also do the interval training on your own once you get familiar with the treadmill. Okay, beautiful. We're just going to stop that one there for you, Beck. How did you find that? Good. So this is the exercise bike in this gym. They are a little bit different, but we're just going to go with this one today. It's got some different settings on it, so we can increase how hard it is to pedal. So your RPM speed gives it a bit of resistance, so it can really think. There's obviously all sorts of other programs on here, same as the treadmill before, rolling hills, interval training, and that sort of stuff. So how's that height on that chair for you? Good. Yep, good. So I'm just going to get you to start. Just to activate this, we just need you to start pedaling on that one for me. Beautiful. Okay, so we'll do similar as what we did with the treadmill. We're just going to start with a little bit of a warm-up, and then I'm going to increase the RPM on this. Gives you a real feel of the resistance that we can put on there, okay? Which will mimic the hills if we were to ride up a big steep hill. Okay, this one also shows us the time that we're doing, the current speed that we're working at, the distance we've covered, and the calories on this one, okay? Beautiful. How's that feeling for you? Okay, so you're currently working at a speed of 14.1. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to increase the RPM on this one, which should increase the resistance. Beautiful, how's that feeling? Yeah, a little bit more challenging? Excellent. Okay, we'll give it another 10 seconds and then I'm going to increase it again. I want you to go as hard as you can for a minute, okay? And we'll follow up here, see the distance and see how the calories burn, okay? So I'm just going to increase it again for you. Okay? So just for a minute, as hard as you can for me. How's that feeling? Yeah, it's really working it. So as with the treadmill, when we start to do this, it starts getting the blood flowing around our body. The oxygen demands increase as we're moving that blood through our body. So it's really good with this sort of training here to work on that aerobic threshold and the anaerobic stuff if we're doing at high intensity. It gets the blood pumping, which in turn helps us to burn calories. Okay? So we've got about 30 seconds to go. I want you to give it as hard as you can for the next 30 seconds. Stand up. Beautiful. Really well there, Meg. Excellent, about 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. I'm just going to increase the RPM on this one, yeah? Just slowly take it back down. 30 second cool down. So how'd that feel? Did you really get a workout from that one? Yeah. Excellent. So as you can see, we've done about 1 kilometre in the time we've been on the treadmill, on the bike, and we've also done about 20 calories, which is really good. Alright. Let's give 10 more seconds and then we'll stop on this one. We'll just stop there for you. Excellent. So as you can see, it just pops up with a summary of what we've done here. So bikes are really good for warm-ups and cool-downs after you've done your sessions. If you just want to get that blood pumping through, just make sure that everything cools down at a nice and normal pace and be excellent. Thanks, Beck. The last little bit of training I'm going to get you to do today is a little bit of a Tabata session. Now, have you ever done Tabata before? Yep, so you know it's a high intensity sort of training sort of thing. 20 seconds of exercise followed by 10 seconds of rest for 8 rounds, and you usually do that up to 8 times. Today we're just going to go through and we're just going to do one lot of each of the exercises. So we're going to do star jumps, some squats, mountain climbers, push-ups, lunges, 4-range sit-ups, burpees and planks. I will demonstrate them for you first, and then I'll get the timer out and we'll go through it. Tabata is really good training. It's that exercise that increases your metabolic rate, and as you work on your metabolic rate, it increases your basic metabolic rate, which is what burns calories while you're resting. So any exercise that is boosting that and increasing that metabolic rate will help burn fat and that sort of stuff in a long time when you're just doing it. So it's a really effective training method, okay? Yep. All right, so we're just going to start. So we're going to do some star jumps, okay? So star jumps, just going to start feet together. I'm just going to go out and in, okay? So just 20 seconds. Just try and get as many as you can, okay? And then we're going to do squats, okay? So full range squats, starting again. Feet shoulder width apart, okay? Arms up, and we're just going to squat, making as if we were sitting on a couch, as low as you can go, and just pushing through your heels as you come back up. Okay, so we want to keep our spine nice and straight, okay? We don't want to do any of this, and we don't want to arch back. We want to make sure when we're coming down, it stays nice and straight. Eyes forward, looking forward. Okay? Mountain climbers. So we're just going to come down into a plank position for our mountain climbers. So our arms, shoulder width apart. Okay, and what we're going to do, we're going to bring one leg up to our elbow, and we're going to jump back, and we're going to swap it over. Okay? So just like this. Just trying to keep our back in a nice straight line and bringing those legs up. Okay? Okay. The next exercise, we've got push-ups, just as we did before. Now, depending on how you're feeling, we can do them on our knees, or we can do full range push-ups on our toes. Okay, so for knee push-ups, just down onto our knees, walking our arms out until they're about shoulder width apart, making sure we keep that nice neutral positioning, and same thing, down and up. Okay, if you want a bit of a challenge, go back up onto your toes, same thing, making sure your toes are sort of shoulder width apart, and same thing. Just coming down as low as you can go, and then pushing back up. Okay, trying to keep our head looking forward, as we do, which helps us to keep that nice neutral position for our neck. Okay, then we have lunges, the same as before, starting with our feet shoulder width apart. We're just going to step forward, and as we step forward, just drop the back knee, so we're in a 90-degree angle, and then pushing back up. Okay, same thing. Step forward, drop down to a 90-degree angle, pushing up, and stepping back. Okay, then we've got full range sit-ups. Okay, if these are a bit challenging, you can go into a crunch, but we're going to try and do full range sit-ups. It's only 20 seconds. Okay, so sitting down on the ground, feet nice and flat on the floor, lying down. Okay, we're going to bring our hands to this one, up to our temples. Okay, and we're going to just come all the way up to our knees, and then go back down. Really engaging our cores through this one. Try and keep our hands on the temple and make sure we're not straining our neck. Okay? So all the way up and back down. Okay? If that is a little bit challenging, you're struggling, we can just do a crunch. Similar concept, hands to our hips. We're just coming up to there. Okay? Just until we feel it. There. So we really want to make sure that our muscles are engaged, and we're sucking our belly button through to our spine. So we're trying to keep our back on the floor. Okay? Then we have burpees. Okay, have you done burpees before? Yep. Excellent. We're not going to do the full burpees with the push-ups for this one. We're just going to go, so we're going to start. We're going to jump up. We're going to come down. We're going to jump our feet out. Okay, we're not going to worry about the push-up here. We're just going to jump to our feet out. We should jump back in, and then jump up again. Okay, continue, jump up, jump down, out, in, up. Okay, yep, excellent. And then we're going to finish up with a plank, okay? Same thing, you can do it on your knees or you can do it on your toes depending on how you're feeling, okay? So it's only going to be for 20 seconds, so if you can try and do it on your toes, that's going to be the best thing, but if you're feeling really tight, it's no worries, just drop down to your knees. Okay, so planks on our toes. So we're going to bring our shoulders down onto the ground, bring our feet, same thing, about shoulder width apart. We want to make sure that we've got a nice and neutral flat spine. So our bum's not up in the air, it's down on the ground like this. So it's nice and pushing through with you too, and just trying to keep it nice and straight. If you need to go down to your knees, same position with your arms, okay? Just bringing our knees, and same thing. Just trying to make it so we have that really nice straight line on our back, okay? Don't want to sink in like this, and we don't want to push our bottoms out like that. Okay? Yep. Any questions? No?
Yeah.
Good to go? Yep. Okay. I'll just grab my phone for this one. So remember, 20 seconds of exercise followed by a 10-second rest. I will tell you what's coming up next so you can put down if you need to. Okay? So the first one we've got are star jumps. Okay? So when you're ready, we'll go.
I'll just gone through my family. One at a time. Over the last 10 days.
Doing really well. It's about halfway through.
Worked early. Yeah, okay.
Kids and this and everyone's out.
3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay, so your next exercise is the squats. So just getting into your squat position. Yep, we've got about 5 seconds more rest. And 3, 2, 1, and off you go. Beautiful, yep. So you just want to make sure with the squats, so you're envisioning that you're coming down and sitting on a chair. Excellent positioning. Okay, we've got about 5 seconds left to go. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, so the next one we've got is the mountain climbers. Okay, so down into your mountain climber position. Yep. Beautiful. Excellent. You've got about another 10 seconds. Yep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. If that's really good positioning of your back leg, it's nice and straight like a table. You're halfway there with the mountain climbers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, the next exercise we've got is push-ups. So we've only got 5 seconds rest left. Yep. Beautiful. Just want to make sure you think. So 2, 1, and off you go. Yep, excellent. With the push-ups, want to make sure that that back is nice and straight. Yep. Really well. It's very, you can tell that your core's engaged and nice and strong with the shoulders. You've got 3 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and rest. The next one we have is lunges. So standing up. Yep. Beautiful. And with our feet shoulder width apart. Excellent. You're just going to step forward and off you go. Yep, making sure you're dropping down to that 90-degree angle. Beautiful. You can also make this harder in sessions. We can give you some weight. So you could have dumbbells or kettlebells or the barbell across your back, which will make it a lot more challenging. You're about halfway there with the lunges. You're doing really well. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. And then we've got our full range sit-ups, okay? So remember, if you're struggling with these, we can just change them into a crunch, okay? And off we go. Beautiful. Want to make sure with these that, yep, sucking that core in, making sure that you're pulling your belly button through your spine. Excellent, you're doing really, really well. We've got 5 seconds left to sit up, so you're doing fantastic there. 3, 2, 1, and stop. And then we've got our burpees. Everyone's favourite. 3, 2, 1, and off you go. Beautiful. Out, yep, and in and up. Beautiful. Out, in, up. Out, in, up. Out, in, up. And same with burpees. We can make them more challenging by putting in push-ups, chucking in a few mountain climbers if need be, just to make them a little bit more challenging if we need to. 3, 2, 1, and stop. And the last one is just a plank. We're just going to hold a plank for 20 seconds there, Beck. So knees or toes, whatever you need to do. We've got 3, 2, 1, and go. Excellent. Now that's beautiful. It's nice and straight along the back, looking directly forward, which gives us a nice, beautiful position through our spine. Excellent work. You're halfway there, Beck. You're doing really, really well. You feel that in your core. I can tell you've got a lovely straight back. 3, 2, 1, and stop. And that's us done. How'd you find that? Good. Yeah, challenging? Yep. With some of the exercises, we can add weight if they are starting to get a little bit easy. Just chuck in some dumbbells or some kettlebells, which can make some of those move, like the lunges and the squats, a little bit more challenging and really give us that burn. You did really well. Any questions with the Tabata? No. No? Excellent. Excellent, you did really great. So we're just going to finish off with some stretches today. So we're going to do a quad stretch. We really used our quads in our lunges and our squats and our burpees, along with our mountain climbs as well. They really gave our quads a bit of a workout. Okay, so for this one, standing shoulder width apart again. So we're just going to pull one leg up behind and pulling it into our buttocks. Really focusing on keeping nice and straight. It does help to focus on something. You get a little bit wobbly. We want to hold it for about 15 to 30 seconds each side, okay? So yeah, when you're ready, pulling your leg backwards. Beautiful. Really bringing it into your bottom, making sure that you really feel that stretch. Are you feeling that stretch up the front of your leg there? Yep. Beautiful. That side? Yep, excellent. Yep, other side, same thing, bringing them in. You're doing really well, you've got a really good focus, not wobbling at all. Excellent, great work. The next one we're going to do is a chest stretch. We really used our chest a lot today with our dumbbell bench press and our rows and our push-ups and our planks, really good things. So this chest stretch really opens up our muscles. So what I'm going to do, we're going to do this, so just kind of pushing against each other and really opening up our chest. Are you feeling that? Mm-hmm. We can also do this in a bench, in a gym if you don't have somebody up against a wall or a bar or a piece of equipment. So it really opens up our chest muscles here. It's really, really good to stretch. Makes sure that any use is stretched out and gives our muscles the chance to recuperate. Mm-hmm. So just going to swap, other side. So just pushing against me and leaning out. Are you feeling this through you opening up your chest muscles? Yep. Beautiful. And same as before, 15 to 30 seconds. Holding this one, whatever you need. And as I said, you can do it if you're by yourself. If you've got a piece of equipment like this, same thing, arm up against it, and just stretching and leaning, putting that resistance against the stationary object. Yep. Beautiful. How did you do with those? Good. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming in today, Beck. How did you find the session? Yeah, good. Yeah? Yeah. Challenging? Yeah. Good. Excellent. Thank you so much. For working with special populations, so people that have high blood pressure, we'd first want to make sure that we've got clearance from a GP or an allied health professional. We really want to make sure that we avoid spikes in blood pressure. So no exercises which lift limbs above the heart. And we want to do a mix of cardio and strength exercises, and we want to ensure that clients warm up and cool down properly to reduce those sudden spikes and the risks of any heart problems. So with the push-ups, I'd be doing a push-up on a wall instead of on the ground, and then some other exercises that might be suitable. Lateral raises, where we're just bringing the arms up to show just here, and then we could also do a chest press on a seated pin-loaded machine. For lower back pain, once again, if the client is actually working with an allied professional, so we'd want to seek guidance from them. So you'd want to discuss this with the client, work out what makes the pain worse, if there's any exercises that really trigger it, or if there's any exercises where it doesn't necessarily hurt us much. We want to make sure that we're providing a postural assessment with the client. So throughout all the exercises, we want to make sure that they're using the correct posture. So for lower back pain, we need to do lots of core strengthening exercises to support the back. So we'd avoid exercises like deadlifts and weighted squats. Instead, we'd be able to do stuff like squats with a Swiss ball on the wall to support the lower back. We could also do single arm rows on an incline bench rather than a barbell row, and we'd be able to use the bench for support. We'd also be able to do things like football sit-ups, just keeping that support on the lower back whilst engaging the core to really strengthen that lower back pain. For a client that had a knee injury, once again, if the client is currently either seeking advice from a GP or an allied health professional, we would also seek clearance and advice from them. We'd need to discuss with the client what has caused the knee pain, whether there's anything that makes it significantly worse or better. We want to do a lot of exercises that strengthen the area, so trying to work it but not overwork it, just to provide that strength. We also really need to work on the client's core strength and their hip strength, so lots of foundation exercises like glute bridges and planks just to build up that strength. We do low impact exercises with minimal jumping, if not any, and we wouldn't do any exercises that added weight to body weight, so we'd avoid weighted squats, weighted lunges and that sort of stuff.